Hi everyone, welcome back to Mindset Monday Live here at Gymnast Mindset. I am Sherry Medini, and tonight I'm excited to be able to share something new with all of you. We have a fun announcement here. Let me make sure we swipe notifications away. So I have a fun announcement for you tonight, and this is something that has been in the works. We have gotten a lot of requests for this in particular, so I'm excited to be bringing this to you. So the announcement is especially for my younger gymnasts. So those 7, 8, 9-year-old gymnasts that are working hard, have those big goals, are starting out in the sport, and are starting to really get competitive. Because we have just released a kid mindset course. So we are so excited to be bringing this because I get a lot of feedback from parents reaching out and saying, my daughter's starting out, she's competing, maybe this is her first year or her second year, and they're looking for some support. They're looking for some help with the nerves, and the gymnasts having to go out there and face their fears and deal with all of that. And our main individual gymnast mindset program involves one-on-one phone calls. So, they're hopping on the phone with a mindset coach, they're going through the worksheets together, and it's very interactive. And understandably, a younger gymnast, maybe 7, 8, or 9 years old, or even 10, might not really want to jump on the phone with a mindset coach. I totally get it. I have a 7-year-old son myself, and I understand that, he wouldn't want to talk on the phone with essentially a stranger. At least initially they're a stranger, right? So we set up this kid mindset course. And I want to, before you tune out, if you do not have a young gymnast, if you're not a coach of young gymnasts or a parent of young gymnasts, I do want to encourage you to at least share this with them. So share it with a fellow mom that maybe has a young gymnast, or share it with a coach that might be coaching the younger kids, because we want to give them access to these mindset training things. So like I said, given this feedback, the Kid Mindset course involves a self-paced workbook and corresponding videos. So that way, your daughter doesn't have to feel nervous to get on the phone. Mindset doesn't have to have this extra stigma attached to it. It's just you guys. You guys can work through this workbook together. You can brainstorm these things together. You can bond over these topics. And your gymnast gets this important base of mindset strategies that they can work through together. Gymnastics is a unique sport where gymnasts get very serious at a very young age, and from a young age they have to get up there on a balance beam in front of judges who are literally there to watch for any little mistake that they're watching, or that they have any little mistake. That's why the judges are there. And I remember I started competing, I would have to ask my mom. I started gymnastics when I was 5. I think I started competing when I was 6. So at 6 years old, having to go out there in front of these judges and knowing that they're there to catch my mistakes, it's a weird kind of thing. So starting those great mindset habits now, right from the very beginning of your gymnast career, is an amazing advantage. And a lot of times we have to work with older girls to break their habits. There are plenty of times where I'm on a mindset call with somebody and we're working through things that have been created over the years, or a gymnast has gotten to a point and now we have to undo stuff just so that we can relearn a healthier way of thinking. And if we can start these young gymnasts on the right path, it could be incredible what their approach is like to the sport, that they can continue to love the sport, have a passion for this, be self-driven, take control of their own sports career. And, that being said, even if they choose it, even if they decide gymnastics is not their sport, even if they want to go to a different sport, even if there's no sports, these mindset strategies do absolutely carry over. They carry over to other sports, they carry over to academics, they carry over to life in general. And that's the goal here. We're talking with young kids. We set up this kid mindset course as a way to bring these, higher level mindset strategies and package them in a way that's important to young kids. Why do you love the sport? What's fun about it? What do you want to achieve? How are we going to achieve it? So, we do need to be proactive with these things. As a mom myself, I have 2 little boys, and I understand that we have to be proactive. That so many times, if we can catch something before it's an issue, if we can catch something before it turns into a big deal, my life is way easier. And I think we see that a lot in parenting. And so if we're paying close attention and we're setting them up on the right path, that hopefully our job and their job is going to be a lot easier to get that to that point of success. So that being said, so what topics do we cover in the Kid Mindset course? We cover what is your why, talking about how it's not always about winning. Why are you doing this sport? And for you, not because my mom told me I have to. Why are you doing it? Why do you want to do this? We talk about the 4 principles of mindset training. We talk about goal setting, but in a way that we dive a little bit deeper than what you might traditionally hear. I think so often things are dumbed down for kids, and they don't need to be to that same point. That kids get it. Kids understand. They want to be challenged in that capacity. So we try to make it accessible to them and something that's not going to feel daunting, while also really putting the ball in their court, so to speak. That being said, there's an action plan part of the Kid Mindset course. So same thing, taking those goals and what are we going to do with them? How are we going to put that into action? And diving into that a little bit more. We talk about mental toughness. We talk about confidence, we talk about aggressiveness, and we talk about mindset mastery for life. And like I was saying, that this doesn't just apply to gymnastics, that this is something that we want to build that confidence, that mental toughness, those strategies that will carry your child throughout the rest of their lives. So all of these topics are interactive, and that's a huge part of these mindset programs where, our individual Gymnast mindset program, the team mindset programs, that everything is very interactive. Everything has this component, so it's not just me. A lot of times on these Facebook Lives, you see me lecturing to you. You see me talking to you. But with the program, I love that there's a back and forth, that there's interaction there. And it's not just homework. It's not just here, go fill out this worksheet and hopefully it'll help you. This worksheet is a jumping off point. This worksheet is a starting point to allow us to brainstorm a little bit, come up with strategies, and implement those strategies. The Kid Mindset Workbook is not just something that your kid can skim through and read the headlines and say, okay, yeah, I got it, I need to be confident. Great. That's not what this is about. We dive into it deeper, we have it be more interactive. It's something, especially with the Kid Mindset course, that you as the parent get to be, or you as a coach get to be more of that mindset coach. That you might be able to bring up things that your child hadn't previously thought of, and you're able to maybe bring up things that maybe you hadn't previously thought of. That's kind of our goal. We want you guys brainstorming, planning, executing when it comes to all of these strategies. I myself, like I said, I regularly bring up topics, mindset topics with my 7-year-old son. And even though I do this mindset stuff day in and day out, even this workbook is nice to have. It's nice to have a framework. It's nice to have something in front of me, something that we can sit down and say, hey, let's work on this together. Because I know how busy your day gets. And I know, that every minute could be accounted for if we're not purposeful with setting aside time. So if you go through and purchase this Kid Mindset course, it almost forces you to set aside that time and to talk about this thing that's important. Because I've been there. Where I'm like, oh, well, we should probably discuss this, or I should probably teach him this. And whether it's academic or sports related or just life related, it goes to the back burner. It's something that I forget about. So this brings it all to the forefront. And my son enjoys this. He enjoys getting to discuss his own plans. He loves getting my full attention and discussing with me what he wants to accomplish, and then also coming up with that plan. How are we going to accomplish this? Talking about, how he has the potential to be successful moving forward, what that looks like, how we get there. And inevitably, there's probably a lot of stories that you'll be able to come up with on your own too. You're going to be able to pull from your own life experience and share how maybe you've been able to work on your own confidence, or times where you had to be mentally tougher than you thought you were. And all of those things, really, really cool. So to recap, we did launch a kid mindset course. This is just a one-time purchase. It's not like our ongoing, team workshops or individual programs. It's a one-time thing. You're gonna get the workbook. You're gonna get some videos to go along with it. And it's something that you guys can work on together. It is more of a sports general type workbook. So it's something that you can absolutely purchase. We obviously focus on gymnastics, but if your kid's trying out a couple different sports, don't feel like you can't also apply it to soccer or cheer or, softball or whatever they might be trying out at the same time. Because especially, at this young age, that the important part is that they're having fun with it, that they're enjoying this, and that they're, setting off on the right path. So with all that being said, what you can do is you can head to gymnastmindset.com/pricing, and if you scroll all the way down, you will find the Kid Mindset course there. I will include that link in the comments down below to make that easy for you. Once you're there, you can purchase the course easily, securely through PayPal. There's a button there as well, and you will have access to it right away. If you have any questions at all, you can reach out to me. I will leave my email also in the comments down below to make it easy for you. You can reach out if you run into any trouble, have any questions, anything like that. But I hope that you will join us. The other thing I should mention again, this one's kind of geared for like 10 and under-ish. If you have questions, a lot of it depends on where your child's at, what their maturity level is. I'm happy to chat with you about that and decide whether this might be the right fit for them. But it's also something that you can give this a try. And if you feel, as your child gets a little bit older and they're ready for the ongoing mindset stuff, great. We're here for you then too. So like I said, feel free to reach out anytime. And I will include links and information in the comments down below. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good week. Bye.